Kei Nishikori is a Japanese tennis player, currently ranked world number 11 as of July 7, 2014. He is the only Japanese tennis player ever to be ranked inside the top 10 in ATP Singles Ranking. He began playing tennis at the age of 5 and qualified for his first ATP main draw event at the Countrywide Classic in Los Angeles at the age of 17. Nishikori was named ATP Newcomer of the Year in 2008. He has won 5 singles titles and has reached the quarter-finals of the 2012 Australian Open. Personal life: Nishikori lives in Florida and trains at IMG Academy. His father, Kiyoshi, is an engineer, and his mother, Eri, is a piano teacher. He has an older sister, Reina, who graduated from college and works in Tokyo. His pastimes include football, golf, reading, and listening to music. In the video game Grand Slam Tennis, Nishikori is classed as an all-court player, and his special ability is his endurance. In December 2010, it was announced that Nishikori would be coached by Brad Gilbert for the 2011 season and by Dante Bertini from IMG Academy. Gilbert has also coached Andy Murray and former world number 1 Andre Agassi and Andy Roddick. Since January 2014, Nishikori is coached by former world number 2 Michael Chang. Junior career: Nishikori won the 2004 title at the Riyadh 21 tournament in Rabat, Morocco, and was a quarter-finalist at the 2006 Junior French Open. He partnered with Emiliano Massa to win the 2006 Junior French Open. Nishikori won the 2007 Luxillan Cup held at the 2007 Sony Ericsson Open by defeating Michael McClung. As a junior he compiled a 73-37 win-loss record in singles, achieving a combined ranking of number 7 in the world in July 2006. Junior Slam results: Euro Singles, Australian Open, QF, French Open, QF, Wimbledon, 1R, US Open, 3R, 2006. Nishikori qualified and won the title at the ITF Futures event in Mazatlan, Mexico. He began the year by receiving a wildcard to the Kyoto Challenger in Kyoto, Japan. 2007, a finalist in 2 USTA Pro Circuit events, Nishikori lost to Donald Young in Little Rock, Arkansas and Alex Bogomolov, Jr. in Carson, California. He partnered with Donald Young to win the doubles title at Little Rock. He paired with triple French Open champion Gustavo Kuerten at the Sony Ericsson Open in Miami, Florida, where they lost in the first round. Nishikori served as a hitting partner for Roger Federer at Wimbledon. After his ATP main draw debut in Los Angeles, he qualified for the Indianapolis Tennis Championships in July 2007. He beat Alejandro Falla in the first round to record his first ATP main draw win. He followed that up with a 3-set win over Michael Berra, the eliminator of 7th seed Robbie Ginpré, to advance to his first ATP quarterfinal. He lost to Dmitry Tasanov, but Nishikori became the youngest player to reach the quarterfinals at Indianapolis since Boris Becker, who went on to reach the semi-finals in 1985. In his third career ATP event, Nishikori defeated Teimuraz Gabashvili in the first round in Washington, D.C., before falling to Julian Benneteau in the second. He qualified for the ATP event in Beijing and lost in the first round to Ivan Jubier. Nishikori received a wildcard to the ATP event in Tokyo, Japan, where he lost in the first round to Zach Fleischmann. He participated in the draw ceremony in Tokyo and received the Tokyo Sports Writers Club Award. Nishikori represented Japan at the Asian Hopman Cup 2007 in Bangkok, Thailand. 2008, first ATP title. Nishikori started the year by reaching the semi-finals of the Miami Challenger Tournament. He then entered the Delray Beach Tournament as a qualifier ranked world number 244. He gained entrance to the main draw by defeating Nicolas Todaro and Alex Bogomolov, Jr. in the first round. He defeated Florian Mayer due to a retirement in the second set. In the second round, Nishikori defeated Amar Delic, another qualifier. In the quarterfinals, he won against Bobby Reynolds. In the semi-finals, he upset Sam Querrey. In the final, Nishikori upset top seed James Blake in 3 sets to become the first Japanese man in nearly 16 years to win an ATP event. He lost in the first round of the Miami Masters to the Spanish player Albert Monte ± a copyright S. He faced James Blake again, this time at the River Oaks International Tournament in Houston, Texas in the first round, but Kei lost in 2 sets. He went out in the third round of the 2008 Queen's Club Championships against Rafael Nadal in just over 2 hours. Facing the world number 2, Nishikori played well in the match and showed promise. His first Grand Slam appearance at the 2008 Wimbledon Championships on June 23, 2008 ended in a first-round forfeiture to French player Marc Guichol. Suffering from an abdominal muscle strain, Nishikori retired after the second set. In August, he entered the Beijing Olympics on a wildcard. There, he lost in the first round to Rainer Schur 1/4 TTLER of Germany. Nishikori made his debut at the US Open, defeating 29th-seeded Juan Marcube Nako in the first round. He cruised to the third round, after downing Croatian Roko Karanjaia. On August 30, 2008, he became the first Japanese player to reach the round of 16 at the US Open in 71 years, when he beat 4th seed David Ferrer in 5 sets in what was considered one of the tournament's major upsets. He lost his chance, however, to compete in the quarter-finals when he was beaten by 17th seed Juan Marta and Del Potro in straight sets. In the Japan Open Tennis Championships, he made it to the round of 16, before losing to Frenchman Richard Gasquet. Nishikori was given a wildcard for the Stockholm Open, where he made it to his second ATP-level semi-final of the year, despite playing with a knee injury. He received a walkover in his quarter-final match against Mario Arnaia, who had to withdraw due to illness. In the semi-finals, he was beaten by 4th seed Robin Delling. 2009, disappointing injury season, Nishikori made a disappointing start to the season, losing to Jar 1/4 Gen Meltzer in the first round of the Australian Open. On March 25, Nishikori was named 2008 ATP Newcomer of the Year and became the first Asian player to win the award. He withdrew from the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open because of an injured right elbow. 2010, Kei made his comeback after his injury of the previous year. After receiving a wild card at Delray Beach, he was beaten in the first round by Benjamin Becker. Kei returned to the Challenger Tour later in April with great success, reaching quarter-finals at both Baton Rouge and Tallahassee events, followed by a victory at the Savannah Challenger over Ryan Sweeting in the final. On May 15, 2010, he won the Sarasota Open by defeating Brian Daubel, in 3 sets. Nishikori played in his first French Open. He rebounded from 2 sets down to defeat Santiago Giraldo of Colombia in the first round, but he lost his second match against Novak Djokovic. He lost to Richard Gasquet in the first round of the 2010 Open Championships. At Wimbledon, he played second seed Rafael Nadal in the first round and lost in 3 sets. At the US Open, the Japanese number 1 met Marin Oiya in the second round. Nishikori ousted the 11th seed in 5 sets to advance to the third round, his best Grand Slam tournament showing in 2010. 2011. Nishikori opened the season in Chennai, where he upset 2-time defending champion Marin Oiya in the first round, before falling in the quarter-finals to Janko Tipsarevic. In the 2011 Australian Open, Nishikori reached the third round, defeating Fabio Fognini and Florian Mayer along the way. His run was ended in the third round by 9th seed Fernando Verdasco. After the third round appearance in Melbourne, his ranking rose to number 70. At the first 2 ATP Masters Series events of the year, Nishikori suffered a first-round loss at Indian Wells and a second-round loss in Miami. Nishikori then reached his second final at the 2011 U.S. Men's Clay Court Championships. He was defeated by American wildcard Ryan Sweeting. At Roland Garros, Nishikori lost in the second round to Sergei Stakhovsky. He faced Leighton Hewitt in the first round at Wimbledon, but lost in 4 sets. Nishikori then retired in his first-round match against Flavio Cipolla at the US Open. At the Shanghai Masters, Nishikori reached his first Masters 1000 semi-final. He defeated Robin Haas, 4th seed Jo Wilfried Tsonga, and Santiago Giraldo, in the first 3 rounds. In the quarterfinals, Nishikori upset 12th-seeded Alexander Dolgopolov in straight sets. He lost to number 2 Andy Murray in his first Masters 1000 semi-final. He reached a career high of world number 30. In the Swiss indoors Basel tournament, Nishikori defeated an ailing world number 1 Novak Djokovic to reach the final, coming back from a 4-5-0 €30 deficit in the second set. The win was only Djokovic's 4th loss of the season, 2nd loss in a completed match, and 1st loss of a completed match on a non-clay surface. Nishikori was defeated in the final by Roger Federer. On the heels of the victory, Nishikori was granted special exemption into the 2011 BNP Paribas Masters and achieved a ranking of world number 24. 2012, first major quarterfinal and second ATP title, Nishikori started the season at the Brisbane International, where he lost in the second round to Marcos Baghdatis. At the 2012 Australian Open, Nishikori came back from a set down to defeat 6th seed Jo Wilfried Tsonga to reach the quarter-finals of the Australian Open, where he was then defeated by 4th seed Andy Murray. Nishikori was the first Japanese male player to reach the quarter-finals of the Australian Open in 80 years. Nishikori made it to the quarter-finals of the Hall of Fame Tennis Championships after beating Belgian Olivier Rochus in 3 sets. In the Summer Olympics, Nishikori lost to Argentina's Juan Martín del Potro in the quarter-finals. In Toronto, he lost his first match to Sam Querrey. He did better in Cincinnati, making it to the 3rd round before being defeated by Stanislas Wawrinka, who ended up a semi-finalist in the event. Nishikori had also lost to Wawrinka in the quarter-finals in Buenos Aires in February. On October 7, 8th seed Nishikori won the Rakuten Japan Open in Tokyo against 6th seed Milos Raonic of Canada in 3 sets to win his first ATP 500 Series title and second career ATP Tour title, lifting his world ranking from world number 17 to a career high of world number 15. Nishikori's win was historic as he became the first Japanese man to win the Japan Open in its 41-year history. 2013, 3rd ATP title. Nishikori started the year by playing the Brisbane International and reached the semi-finals before retiring to Andy Murray because of a knee injury. Nishikori then reached the 4th round of the Australian Open before falling to 4th-seeded David Ferrer. Nishikori was bothered by a nagging knee injury throughout the match. Nishikori then won his 3rd career title in the U.S. National Indoor Championships by defeating Feliciano Lacubde in straight sets. Seeded 5th, Nishikori finished the tournament without dropping a set in taking the winner's check, and moved up 6 ranking spots from number 22 in the ATP rankings to number 16. On May 9, Nishikori defeated defending champion Roger Federer at the Madrid Open in the 3rd round, but lost to Pablo Andujar in the quarters. In 2013 US Open first round, Nishikori was stunned by world number 179 Daniel Evans in straight sets. As a result of this loss, his 6 Grand Slam 3rd-round streak was ended. 2014, 4th, 5th ATP titles and reaching top 10, Michael Chang became Kei Nishikori's coach in 2014. Nishikori made it to the 4th round in the Australian Open, losing to Rafael Nadal in a tight 3-setter. He defended his title at the U.S. National Indoor Tennis Championships in Memphis, defeating Ivo Karlovic in the final. He then played at the Masters 1000 event in Miami, where he was seeded 20th. Nishikori saved 4 match points before defeating 4th seed David Ferrer and advanced to the semi-finals with a 3-set win against 5th seed Roger Federer. Because of a left groin injury, he gave 2nd seed Novak Djokovic a walkover in the semi-finals. He also withdrew from Japan's Davis Cup quarter-final against the Czech Republic. Nishikori returned to action at the end of April, in Barcelona, winning the final against Santiago Giraldo of Colombia in 2 sets. On May 10 Nishikori made history by making into the final of Madrid Open, his first Masters-level championship final. The result saw him achieving a career-high number 9 in ATP Singles Ranking. Nishikori lost in the first round of the French Open to Martin Kazan's 6-7-1-6-2-6. Nishikori bounded back from the French Open first round loss in the grass court season by reaching the semi-finals of the 2014 Jerry Weber Open before losing to Roger Federer in straight sets. Nishikori participated in the Wimbledon Championships and made it to the fourth round after surviving a tight five-setter to Simone Bolelli, but eventually lost in the fourth round to Milos Raonic, despite winning the opening set. Equipment: Nishikori currently uses the Wilson BLX Steam 99 racket and wears Uniqlo clothing and Adidas Barricade 8.0 shoes. He is also sponsored by Nissin Foods and Tag Heuer. He is often seen wearing a Cup Noodles badge on his sleeve during matches. He also carries around a character called Mr. Saturn from the popular video game Mother/Earthbound. Playing style: Nishikori is an offensive baseline player, known for his speed and footwork around the court. His greatly improved semi-western forehand is a weapon from all areas of the court. He uses his speed and agility to wear down and outthink his opponent, and often likes to create an open court with his forehand so he can hit a backhand down the line. Significant finals: Masters 1000 Finals, Singles, 1, ATP Career Finals, Singles, 8, Singles Performance Timeline, Key, 1 Tournament. Or reached final. Semi-final. Quarter-final. Round 4, 3, 2, 1. Competed at a round-robin stage. Lost in qualification round. Absent from tournament event. Played in a Davis Cup zonal group or playoff. Won a bronze, silver or gold medal at the Olympics. A downgraded Masters Series/1000 tournament. Or a tournament that was not held in a given year. To avoid confusion and double counting, these charts are updated either at the conclusion of a tournament, or when the player's participation in the tournament has ended. Current through the 2014 Wimbledon Championships. Wins over top 10 players per season, references. 13 http www.japantimes.co.jp201415 Nishikori confident he is closer to date with destiny / external links. Kei Nishikori at the Association of Tennis Professionals, ITF Tennis. Kei Nishikori, ATP Deuce Magazine, Project 45 no longer a secret. Kei Nishikori official site, Kei Nishikori official Facebook fan page.